Hey, what's going on, my good people? We back, and we talking about Braylen Noble today. We're going to break some shit down. I'm very disturbed by this case. He went missing on Friday, September the 4th. At about noon is when they called 911, claiming they couldn't find him. Listen to this.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, we have a missing 3-year-old.
Okay, what's the address?
Autistic nonverbal. 315 Gibraltar Heights. 3415,
I'm sorry, 3415?
3415 Gibraltar
Is there
Heights.
an apartment number?
Yes.
I'm sorry? Your name?
Yes.
Your name?
My name is Bobby.
Bobby, is
B.I.E. Johnson.
Bobby, is she white or Hispanic?
Black.
And you said she's non-verbal?
Yes.
How long has she been missing?
It's a
Him?
We've been looking for him for over a good 30 minutes.
Okay.
He fell out his window in his apartment.
You think he's hurt?
I'm hoping he's okay, but we don't know where he at. We walked the whole house.
Okay. And what was he wearing, do you know?
What kind of his shirt? Because he found the window with his pull-up on.
What's his name?
Oh my God. Braylen.
B-A-Y-L-N or B-R-A-Y?
L-Y-L-I-N. B-R-A-Y-L. L-E-N, I'm sorry.
And what's his last name?
L-E-N. What's their last name? Noble. Noble. Oh, God.
Okay, what was he wearing?
He had on his pull-up. And, was that the orange shirt? I don't even know what shirt he had on. What color was his shirt? T-shirt with the orange at the bottom? Or was it the gray one? You changed it out, but I don't remember what shirt you put on him.
Okay, what's your phone number? Did you guys go back by the creek and look by the creek anywhere?
Yes, we went all back there by the pool area, the swing area, all of that, and on the back end on the other side. Oh.
Okay, and he's nowhere in the house?
No, we looked in the closets and everything.
Okay, did you look under the bed?
Yes.
Okay. Did you look in like the hampers, underneath blankets?
Yeah, because we only have one bed in the apartment.
Okay.
Oh, God. Well, we dream windows like wide open.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have the police on their way there, okay?
Okay.
Okay. They're coming there. All right. Okay, be watching for them. Okay. All right.
Oh, God.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, couple things. Now, police confirmed that the woman who made the 911 call was the grandmother. And I had a problem with this because I'm like, she didn't know how to spell his name. She didn't know what his last name was. She didn't know what he was wearing. But it sounded as if she was there during the incident. It just seemed like personal information that should have been known by the grandmother. I'm just saying. Okay? And the mother's initial story was that Braylen was playing by the window. He fell out. She ran downstairs behind him. And by the time she got downstairs, he was gone. And I said, wait a minute. Think about this for a minute. So a 3-year-old falls out the window. You seconds behind him, and then you get outside and he gone? Where the hell did he go? Because understand this, we're talking broad daylight. Where did he go? And then she claimed that she ran around the building looking for him. They looked for him for about 30 minutes. And he's gone. He done vanished. Now, here's one of my issues. The fact that Grandma sounded like she was there during the incident. If she supposedly ran out behind him, somebody should have been calling 911 then. Because you don't, a 3-year-old don't fall from a 3-story window and not need medical attention. But they waited 30 minutes to call the police. That's a problem. That's a problem for me. But then the mother came back and said she thought he fell out the window because supposedly Grandma was in the living room and the mother was sitting on the balcony. So they're thinking, okay, Grandma didn't see him pass by her to leave out the door. I showed y'all this picture right here. And I got this picture from Hunter's Ridge website. You know, the photos of their apartments. And these apartments are not big. We're talking like a little over 800 square feet. Those aren't big apartments. So if he passed through the living room, Grandma would have saw him. Okay? But Grandma didn't see him. At least that's what they're saying. Grandma didn't see him. Then the mother's second story was that she was on the balcony. Grandma was in the living room. And when she went to look for him, she couldn't find him. He didn't pass by Grandma. Grandma ain't seen him. So she thought or assumed that he went out the window. Look how this window look right here. Look at the screen on it. To me, that does not look like the damage done by a 3-year-old. It just doesn't. I mean, that's my opinion, but it doesn't. And so in her mind, the most logical conclusion is that he went out the window. So she went downstairs looking for him, ran around for 30 minutes, couldn't find him. He's nowhere to be found. But what they didn't tell us was how much time had passed in this second story. How much time passed? Now, what you have to keep in mind is that Braylen Noble was autistic and he was nonverbal, which means he could not speak. And I understand that. But when you think 3-year-old, you could still hear the play, toys banging, you know, the pitter-patter of his feet. You hear those things. So the fact that we don't know how much time passed, I mean, at some point it went silent. And I don't know about y'all, but, you know, I know when my kids were smaller, if they were in the room playing and it got quiet, y'all want to know what I was talking about? What y'all in there doing? It's too quiet. So how much time passed before they began to look for him? Now, I don't ever want to believe that a mother has done something to their child. But this right here, this shit don't sound right to me. What y'all think? After calling 911, the police and volunteers began to search for Braylen. They're looking for him. They searched all through this complex. All through it. They said they checked everywhere. The pool, around the buildings. They checked, there's a Swan Creek located near the apartment complex. They searched all over. And at some point during the search, they interviewed the mother. This is what the mother had to say.
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name, though, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course.
Sorry. It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I will put that out, and then Dejanay, correct? D-A-J-A-N-E, Cox.
D-A-J-N-A-E, Cox.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd want to say? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The mother, Dejanay Cox, she kept it short and simple. Short and simple. And if you notice, at the beginning of the interview, she was more concerned about what the fuck they was going to ask her. And I thought to myself, as a grieving mother, why would you be concerned with that? You should be trying to get out as much information as possible to find your child. Not her. She was worried about what they were going to ask her. And I had a problem with that, for sure. Y'all heard her say it had been 4 days. Her child has been missing 4 days at this point. And again, she's worried about what they're going to ask her. Yeah. Police and volunteers kept searching for Braylen. Kept searching. They're all out there. And at some point during the search, they found a bloody blanket in the cemetery. Okay? In the cemetery. Now, when they brought the blanket back to the mother said, nope, that's not mine. That's not ours. But ain't no doubt in my mind, they bagged and tagged that shit. Ain't no doubt in my mind. And they probably running DNA tests on that shit as we speak. Okay? And not only that, at some point they found a hole that had been dug. And there was a 2x4 laying next to the hole. Now, I found that kind of odd because one of the police officers said they had searched that area previously and there was no hole. Now, anybody could have dug the hole, okay? But at this point, we're not ruling out shit. Because we don't know, was he in the hole at some point? You know, I mean, you have to look at everything. Everything. But again, they kept searching for him. And again, they couldn't find him. And the whole time, I was praying that they found this baby alive. But from the start of this shit, my gut was telling me, he's not alive. He's not alive. Now, I want to take y'all back to the 911 call. Because there was rumors going around that people thought they heard somebody in the background say, I killed him. So, I'm going to let y'all listen to it again. We're going to just listen to that part. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all hear. Okay? So, listen to this.
3415, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. 3415, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 3415. 3415.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that? It almost sounds to me like there's a whole nother conversation going on in the background. A lot of people thought that it was the mother in the background feeding the grandma information. But to me, it sounds like there's grandma on the 911 call, and then there's a separate conversation in the background, meaning there's more people in the background. And it does sound like somebody said, I killed him or killed him. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think in the comments. What does it sound like to you? Okay? Let me just tell you this. Because I'm very disturbed by this case. Because I told y'all in the beginning, the police searched everywhere. They even made statements saying that they searched the apartment complex, the pool, at the start of it. Well, on Wednesday, September the 9th, a little after 1 o'clock, guess what? They found Braylen. They found him. But guess where they found him at? In the pool. He was in the motherfucking pool.
We are here today to confirm that we have found a body in the pool at Gibraltar Heights. I am on. Official identity of the body will be made by the Lucas County coroner. However, it's believed to be the body of missing child Braylen Noble.
So when they searched for him, when they first started the search, he wasn't in the pool. So how the fuck did he end up back in the pool? Now, if you look at this pool right here, it has a gate around it. How did he get in there? Ask yourself that. How did he get in there? You know, people was like, oh, well, you know, maybe he was wandering around and he wandered back into the pool. So you mean to tell me he fell out the window, vanished, and then came back and got in the pool? No. He was placed somewhere else. And then, to me, after the pool was searched, whoever brought him back to that motherfucker thought it was safe to do that because they had already searched the area. Explain that shit to me. It makes no sense. I have so many questions regarding this case. Where had he been for 5 days to end up back at the apartment complex? Where had he been? And then I want to know exactly when did he go missing? Because I don't think the timeline is right. Because like I said, y'all heard the grandma on the 911 call. She didn't even know what the fuck he was wearing. Did anybody see him that morning? Because if she reported him missing at around 12:30, I got a feeling he was gone long before that. And somebody's not telling the truth. That's just my opinion. You know, no disrespect to the family, none of that. But that's just my opinion. But I will tell you this, Team 54, we own this shit. I'm about to dig. We in it like pit bulls in it. So I want y'all to ride with me. We still riding. So, but starting right now, we riding for Braylen. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this case in the comments. And y'all know I'm coming back. Let me do my research. Ride with me.
So make the news, nigga, and watch what happens. If you make it over here on this channel, nigga, we on your ass. Okay?